The Board of Selectmen meeting to order. Before we start, can we all stand and say the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Any public comment on items not on the agenda? Mr. Danforth,
Hi.
how are ya?
Been better, but we're getting there. I know this is a little late, but it's been hard getting to meetings lately. But in relation to what comments were made at the town meeting about, looking on why the tax rate's going up, pointing fingers at the school and coming up with all kinds of displays. I just think it'd be important to realize that just in the last 5 years, the municipal budget has gone up 44%, while the school budget has gone up just under 18%. Now, both those numbers are horrible, but instead of looking for blame and trying to, maybe working together might be a solution to go forward. Like when you've got something going on for a reval, maybe let the superintendent know, or vice versa, they'll let you guys know, because as you know, I've been working both sides of the fence on this for a long time.
Yeah.
And if you go back 15 years, the municipal budget's gone up 148%, while the school budget's gone up 60%. And if we keep on going this track, the school budget, the municipal budget will catch up what we're paying. I mean, right now, our municipal budget's, not this year, because I haven't put in this year's numbers, I don't have the tax calculation sheet yet. 2.2 million last year, and the school was 2.9. It's, the increases lately at the school has been under 6%, municipal has been 14%, 10%. So finger pointing and making comments like that at the town meeting, and I realize we don't have a full board tonight. It's not going to work. It's not going to work.
Thank you.
Yeah, my name's Dwight. I live over on Keith Street. I wanted to discuss the recent road work lately.
Okay.
I don't know if there's somebody that's supposed to go oversee what they do. They did some brush clearing on the edge of my property. And they took a bunch of brush into the woods, cut it up, left it there. I have some pictures that I brought. They didn't gravel the edge of the roads like they were supposed to. They didn't ditch the roads. I didn't know if that was supposed to be done or not. But there's full-grown trees in the ditches, and it's gonna cause a problem. And I don't know if somebody's supposed to go look at that, or what the deal is, but they did a terrible job. And
You have the pictures?
I do, yeah, same. That's not all the brush, I just took a picture of it for an example. And I know there's other roads that's been done, I don't know what those look like, but
So they cut the brush, not getting the bushes, left it.
they just left it right there. There's a pile of it.
Let it show.
They also put a pile of wood chips into the ditch right down the corner. They chipped a pile into the ditch, so I don't know what's going on there, but also the roads were swept prior to the job. Then they did the shoulder work, got dirt back into the road, and they swept it again. So that was a waste of money to have the road swept when they put the dirt back in the road.
Right.
So we could've saved that money for ditching if we didn't, you know? So I feel like there's a lot of wasteful money there, or the job's not complete.
I know he had emailed me, this is probably in the road right away. I know he was chipping the trees, small ones, so I'd have to go up and look. And as far as the sweeping, their instructors to sweep everything, so they didn't know that Key Street was gonna be fixed. We just ended up getting a late start on sweeping, so I'd have to go out and take a look.
I know there was, I don't know if Key Street, one of my other roads were contracted to get ditched and didn't. I don't know if Key Street was one of them or not.
Yeah.
Did they reclaim that road or they just paved it?
They paved it,
Okay.
and there's also supposed to be gravel along the edge of it, and they didn't do half of it.
I had seen some, they skipped a few areas.
Yeah, so did we pay for that and they didn't do it, or?
We did, yeah, so I see it a minute ago. I also see the cul-de-sac down there, the inside of it, never got dirted, and it's all, I went down there, and after last thing, it's all water. On the inside, they put dirt and the water would run across the road, get out of there.
On Key Street,
Around about down there.
alright.
Could be on other roads too, I don't know, but.
Right.
I'll have to go back and take a look at it. If it didn't need ditching, he wouldn't have ditched it, and it's a pretty flat street, so.
I know, but he's right, there was trees growing in the ditch.
You can see on one of the pictures of the black mailbox, there's literally a forest growing in the ditch.
Right, so then 2 years from now, we have to go back and pay
It's
for
gonna be a
the
mess.
trees again.
Yeah.
They've done it one school, for 15 years, they're done with it.
Right. 'Cause I know one guy at the beginning of that road, when you first come around that corner, his yard floods
Right.
every time it rains. But it's gonna get worse if the trees don't get cut. or
Right. I
Get
get
out
out
of there.
Our last meeting, I said the same thing, we're paying for a service we didn't get, and
Right.
if we're gonna do things the right way, don't do it at all.
So that will include what he just said about the budget going crazy, we're just
Right.
wasting money.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, I know that we've had some complaints about roads, we've had them go back and address them. So Christine or one of her, guys in town that help her will go look at these. And then either Christine or myself will get back to you, we'll let you know what the plan will be.
Yeah.
But there were some concerns for the job. This is just the first coat, we were coming back next year to do a final coat.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see what it looks like.
Are you the one that emailed me?
Yeah.
Okay, so I have his contact info.
Okay, perfect.
I just hate, you know, that we paid all that and not have them come back to finish it.
Right.
Or they charge us more for, you know, putting more gravel down that we already spent money
Yep.
on.
Christine's on top of that, we're not gonna double pay,
Right.
but thank you for coming tonight and bringing that to our concern, for sure. Anybody else? Anybody else with something not on the agenda?
Victor, did you
Yeah.
wanna speak, you're not on the agenda, did you need to speak to something?
Nope, Craig asked me to show up.
So, I'll add it if you don't mind. You can either amend the agenda to add him if you'd like as an agenda item, or he met with Greg this afternoon and said that he would sign a consent agreement. If you'd like to talk about it under an agenda item, we can wait.
Yeah, fine with that.
All right.
Yeah, Craig was happy with what's going on, so.
We'll put you on the agenda in a second.
Okay.
Victor.
Thank you.
Okay. Any adjustments to the agenda?
So we would add Victor as item 10. And then on item 9, I have 2 other quitclaim deeds for you to sign. One would be John Hibbard
13 South John Deere Road. And the other would be, Robert Lewis, 278 Togus Road.
Alright. Moving on, consent agenda items. A, AP warrant number 2 in the amount of $663,136.53. B, AP warrant number 3 in the amount of $33. C, AP warrant number 4 in the amount of $659,237.53. D, AP warrant number 5 in the amount of $41,404.09. E, AP warrant number 38 in the amount of $30,250.61. F, AP warrant number 39 in the amount of $32. G, AP warrant number 40 in the amount of $1,018.46. H, payroll warrant week number 30 in the amount of $4,444.90. I, payroll warrant week number 31 in the amount of $4,005.38. J, payroll warrant week number 32 in the amount of $13,820.56. K, payroll warrant week number 33 in the amount of $11,643.75. Payroll warrant number 34 in the amount of $5,834.85. AP warrant number 7 in the amount of $59,705.04. AP warrant number 6 in the amount of $1,500. Yeah, sorry, those were added, she added them to my sheet. Do you want to read them on yours, or you good? Okay,
Yep, you did, they're in there actually, except for this one. That's the $1,500 one for the bands. Yep.
so I'll make a motion that we approve consent agenda as read.
I will approve Articles A, B, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K. And 34, 76. So all except
C.
C, yes.
Okay. I'll second that motion. All those in favor, or any just discussion? Ready? Okay, all those in favor? 2. We'll do C.
Right. Do you want, are you going to vote against C?
Yeah.
So that's gonna have to be brought back to another meeting. So you'll have to go through the process to motion it, and then you'll vote against it. If you're gonna vote for it, fine, and then it'll fail, so, but you gotta go through it.
Okay, so I, will make a motion that we approve consent agenda C as read. All those in favor? All the,
You could at least second it, so it gets
Okay.
the process, yep, okay.
so all those opposed? All those in favor? So 1-1. Okay. Oh, I forgot there was more in the back. So we're adding minutes for June 18th meeting, July 16th meeting, and August 6th special meeting.
I'll approve L and M, and I was not here.
Bring back in.
Yeah. So all in favor of approving L and M?
Now,
Bring back.
I was gonna say, law does state that you can approve them even though you weren't here,
Yeah,
if you were aware of what went on.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're okay with the special meeting?
Yeah.
Okay, so bring another motion for N.
Okay, so, I'll make a motion that we approve N's minutes of the August sixth, 2025 special meeting. All those in, you have to second me. All those in favor? Okay, thank you. New business, property violation at ABC Fuel Trust. That's you.
Charest is here. Mr. Charest was invited to this meeting this evening. You will recall that the end of the month is his deadline on rectifying the dangerous building situation. So this is your opportunity to have Attorney Ferrante here to advise you on what the next steps would be if you're moving forward with the dangerous building.
So the select board previously adopted, Cameron Brumman, town attorney, the select board previously adopted a dangerous building order for this property after a prolonged period in which gave Mr. Shred the opportunity to try to bring the property into compliance. The dangerous building order as adopted gives until August 30th to get basically a certificate of occupancy for the property. Greg can speak more as to the current status of the building, but at this point, if Mr. Shred doesn't comply, doesn't get the certificate of occupancy, then by virtue of the dangerous building order, the town could go in and essentially demolish the structure as it stands, and then recover its costs through a special tax lien process or a special tax assessment against the property, which would then go through sort of the billing and foreclosure process typical of a normal property tax assessment. The town doesn't have any obligation to do that. It's a choice that's available to it. Another option would be to essentially take it to court and try to get the court compelling you to bring the building into compliance. But obviously that's another additional cost to the town in this whole process. So those are basically the two options before you in terms of actual enforcement. Otherwise, this is just something that would be on the books, recorded at the registry of deeds, and enforceable at the town's election at any time. That's the general overview of what's going on there. I don't believe there's been any significant improvement or change to the building since you guys heard this back in June.
As you recall, the last meeting was the deputy here,
Right.
town attorney, and he agreed to come down there and Mark Roberts, who was an engineer, take a look, and he refused it. He has property posted, so basically, for me to go in there and inspect that, I gotta get the administrative warrant to report. I can't report what's inside, but I can report what's outside. Septic system is still sitting in the field, hasn't been put together. He's cleaned up there a little bit, but I can't testify the inside of it because I can't.
That warrant, how hard is that to get?
The administrative inspection warrant.
Yeah.
It's not terribly difficult. Basically, what happens is, Greg makes one or two good faith attempts to get access to the property, and he's denied. And we have reason to believe that there's issues inside the property. We take it to court and request a warrant. We just need, probable cause at that point, really, to believe that there's some issues in the interior of the property that require inspection. And then Greg gets the authority to go in there. He can go in with the sheriff's deputy if he needs to
What
show the
time
exact
frame on that, you think?
I have no idea. I guess my opinion, at this point, we've been dealing with it for 3 years.
Right.
And, you see his behavior last time he was here. So, I'm not really obligated to bend over backwards for Mr. Shred anymore.
Yeah, I mean, the dangerous building order that was adopted was really based on sort of the exterior conditions of the property and concerns about structural integrity. I don't know that we need.
It's been a battle the entire time down there.
Exactly, and I don't know that we need an interior inspection or administrative inspection warrant to go in there and verify that necessarily unless we think, unless the board has a strong desire to get a very clear understanding of the condition of the property.
One of the requirements to have an occupancy inspection is have the septic system is working.
Right.
It's not sitting out in the field in pieces.
Yeah. And then Mr. Sherrill's representation to the board since, early this year is that he'd be able to get all of this done by August, by the end of
And that way
August.
they will done, get deadlines.
It hasn't happened. I think it's just consistent with.
Is that
what's
north
happened so
side
far.
still open on the concrete?
What's that?
Is the block still open on the north side of that, or is it?
There's some openings here, but like I said, I don't know what's inside.
Right.
But in any event, if the inside of the house is perfect, a septic system is required instead.
Right. No silk fence, nothing.
I mean, we give them to the 30th, if it's not done, then I think we do the next step
They're in for what?
of August, right? That's what we gave
That's a
them,
deadline that you folks gave them last time.
right, to August 30th.
That was the one in early winter, right, or something, that one, we did that one?
That was in June
June.
when you guys
Okay.
approved the dangerous building order. That was actually issued, which gives them until August 30th or 31st, I believe, to complete
So-
everything.
I'm fine with August 30th, and then when it doesn't come to compliance, then move forward with it, right?
But we have two options. That we have,
Three options really is, it's either to go in and demo the home and then recover costs through a demand letter followed by a special assessment, or to take him to court to try and get an order compelling him to comply with the dangerous building order, or wait and not really do anything.
Waiting, gotten this nonsense, that's out the window.
I mean, the board has been over backwards working with them.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
been at
And
least 3 years.
it's a point, from my standpoint, is, you know, you either sink or swim.
Well, the thing is,
That's
your
where I'm at.
time's very valuable, and it's, you know, to keep them over there, I'm not getting anywhere.
Oh, we got the town attorney involved, and I
Right.
mean, that's an expense of the town.
Right.
And I don't know how many times I've been there, the attorneys have been here for this, and here we are, the same way we was 3 years ago.
I think it's my fourth meeting.
so in your opinion, Greg, what should be our next step for the town?
To do what you agreed to your last meeting,
To take the house?
right?
Okay.
Be done with it.
Do you need a vote on that tonight, or do we wait until it defaults?
I think it would be appropriate to wait, I think, after August 31st, maybe we could come back to the board, or Greg or Christine could come back to the board with quotes on the cost of demo, see if it's something you still wanna move forward with, and then go forward with that at the board's election, or see if, court is more attractive based on the quotes that are available.
I mean, the town attorney can speak better than I can on this, but if we do go to court and get an order for him to make the thing in compliance, so it will pass an inspection, that's gonna be very costly.
And the time frame is another thing.
And you're gonna have to
You know
do
what I mean?
more
It's
time.
not like we're
It'll
talking
take
6
time.
months, it's been a long time.
It is a summary process, so it's a little bit more expedited to
Right.
get enforcement after the dangerous building order, but it's still something that'll probably take, 2 to 6 months.
Right.
And then the
At that
courts,
point, winter's coming anyway.
and then the court's gonna
We
give
just
them a timeline for
Right.
completion of things, and then it's a question of whether
It
he,
just keeps coming and coming and coming. There's
whether
no-
he'd be
there's no
able to
wall.
comply with that or comply with that.
I think the town has been more than reasonable in giving him a lot of time to do this stuff.
Without a doubt.
I mean, ride by and take a look, I'm sure you have.
Right. 2 years ago, I was in Omaha, I knew this was gonna happen, it's a chaos the whole time, so. Yeah, so I guess wait till the next one, and
Okay.
if it doesn't comply, then we'll move forward with it.
Sounds like we have a plan. Number 2, realtor solicitation bid.
Do you wanna get an update from the sheriff?
Sure. Hi, do you wanna give us an update?
Sure, I just kinda just thrown into this. I was told to come up and ask if you have any concerns. I read the last, I think, 8 detailed sheets that they've done. So they've been focusing on River Road, Togus Road, and some places where there was complaints of speeding. We've been down in Butternut Park quite a bit, running a bunch of people out of there. I know we've made quite a few arrests out of there, during the evenings. Not necessarily people from around here, but people that know it's a secluded area that they can go to. So, we've been down in there. Pond wanted me to let you know that he did not ignore you about the sign. When he went to get it for your guys' celebration, it doesn't work. So it's,
I heard that,
okay,
yes,
so it's
thank
currently
you,
at the, shop,
yes,
but he didn't want you to think that he
No.
didn't do it.
got it.
So yeah, I mean, I guess, do you guys have you had any complaints? Oh, there was another place, I'm not sure the address, but we have a suspected grow house on Cooper Road, that we're investigating right now. So, but those take time, because we have to go to the AG's office with that, and it takes a while to get some stuff done for that. But we are looking into it to get it done.
That the old house?
Honestly, I don't know. He didn't put an address in there, so I'm gonna follow up with him. I'm assuming if you know what it is, and that's probably the one. If all the windows are boarded up and there's a minivan from New York plates, that's
Yeah,
probably
that's the
it.
same place you rented once before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, it's getting a little harder for us to do that stuff because there's someone helping these people out get permits for things.
Yeah.
But we're working through it. It just takes time, so.
They are aware of the backfiring car over in the River Road area. I did speak to Staff Sergeant Dutel this morning.
Is this a black Dodge Charger?
You
Yes.
guys,
I pulled him out at gunpoint because I thought he shot at me. That car is so loud. My first rookie I had a couple weeks ago, he went by me, he hit the tune on it, it backfired, and I thought he shot at me. So I drug him out of the car, and we've had words, but if I need to have words with him again, I absolutely
it's
will.
still continuing.
Okay, I will find him. Take care of that.
Last night, I think actually somebody called in a report of a drive-by shooting.
Yeah.
Because it was so loud.
Yeah, okay. I'll let the guys know, we'll just start stroking him. $200 tickets when he gets the point. I don't care.
Right.
Doesn't bother me none. So, is there anything else, any other concerns with speed or anything like that? Any complaints on houses that, we rely a lot on the community to tell us suspected drug houses? Yep.
The road that we live on, the Wellman Road,
Yep.
that's supposed to be a 30-mile-an-hour speed limit zone, and people fly through there like crazy.
Okay. Well,
And I've never seen a cop go by that house,
Okay,
and I live right there.
okay. I'll let him know. Yeah. Any of you guys got any complaints on Harlan Drive? Yeah,
That has been an issue for a while.
okay, so we are aware of
The
it.
girl walking down the side of the road in a pink bra the other day coming out.
That would be a surprise either, so.
It was a
We
risk.
are working on that again.
Yeah.
It's time to get some stuff.
Well, I'm jealous.
Gee, I go, am I saying this right? I didn't know what was coming at me, but.
Okay.
I have other complaints and nothing other than speed here and there, but nothing crazy. Appreciate you guys.
Yeah. You know how to get ahold of me if you need me.
I got your number, Dixon.
We'll see you later.
Alright, bye. Realtor solicitation.
Yes, so in preparation for selling properties, tax foreclosed properties, we sent out a realtor solicitation bid. We did receive 4 bids. And basically they were asked to give their percentages and any other details that they would need to list properties for the town of Chelsea. Rizzo Matson, Lisa Webb Calic, they proposed 5% on residential, 10% on land with the $2,000 minimum commission. McAllister Real Estate, Katie McAllister and Kim Gleason. The commission would depend on the price of the property, anywhere from $500 to 3.5%. It's a little chart here. Anyways, listing direct real estate, Chris Voynick, all-inclusive commission rate of 3%. And Brookwood Realty, Anthony Loco was also 3%. I will tell you those two at 3% would be my choice. The only thing that I did notice, or actually Sandra noticed when she went through the bid package for me, was that Tony didn't put his proof of insurance in the bid, which was a requirement. Technically, it's not a complete bid package without that. Now, could you ask for that? Absolutely, if you chose to go with Brookwood or Listings Direct. I don't know Listings Direct, Chris Voynick, and Brookwood is a local company, so it's your choice who you would like to go with. As of right now, we have 1 property to list.
I'm fine with Tony. that's all good to go, then I'm fine with what he's in town, so.
Yeah.
I think that's fair.
Just a motion to approve him to sell tax foreclosed properties.
I'll make a motion that we accept Anthony Lego from Brookwood Realty to be our realtor to sell tax acquired property.
I'll second.
All those in favor? Town lot backfill solicitation.
In preparation for the possible build of a new town office, a bid was sent out with the engineer's specs to fill that side lot in. It was mailed to about 15 construction companies. We received one bid from Willett Family Construction in the amount of $63,120. Now that money can be taken from ARPA, so it's not tax money, because you did dedicate the ARPA funds to the new town office build. Greg ran the numbers quickly for me this afternoon on calculating the square yards of gravel, and just in gravel, it's probably over 40,000. But the requirements from the engineering company do require compacting it every foot and testing every 2 feet. Plus digging up all the inorganic material, removing the stumps and big rocks to push down back. So, to me, after Greg gave me those numbers, that's not a whole lot of money.
Do we own that property over there yet?
We don't, but we have permission from the school board, when you were at the meeting, to do what we need to do. We're waiting for Congress to break that off for us.
Well, that's what I'm getting at, I don't know how much more money we keep putting in over there, we don't have town approval for a town office yet, we got some serious money tied up in this, I just don't know when we're gonna.
As far as the AG was concerned, it's not an issue, it will be approved, which is the reason she gave us the extension not to spend our ARPA by the end of next year, when every other municipality has to spend it by then, because it's going to take the act of Congress to fix it.
I just don't, I just feel like the town needs to decide if they want a town office, or what they wanna do with it, if we keep, I mean, this is a lot of money, I mean, yeah, it's a lot of money, but eventually it's not free money. And I just feel they're spending way too much money without a town approval of town office, is where I'm at with it.
What is the process to get the town to have an opportunity to vote if they want a new town office, you know? Do this special town meeting?
Basically, we have 820,000 saved. I don't have the number for how much we can use out of the TIF based on new law, I haven't calculated that yet. It would be, to move forward with the new town office, it would be going to the voters to ask to bond it. And my idea, as I think I had mentioned to you guys, was start moving forward with the process, and when the last payment is done on the fire truck lease, move into a bond to pick up that same payment so it doesn't change the taxes, it still continues the same. I did speak to a banker last week at my conference, and his recommendation was, if we decide to move forward, is take a construction loan through them, advance on it as you're needed, and then when you're done, go to Maine Bond Bank and get a cheaper rate. Somewhere in the vicinity of $750,000 is what we're guessing, based on the last numbers that we'd have to borrow. And I think a payment for that for 10 years was about $100,000, which is what we're paying on the fire truck right now.
But even if we fill that side lot in, we can still use it for parking
Correct.
when we have events.
Correct.
Even if the town says no to a new town building, we have to do something with this.
Correct.
We've outgrown the space, so even if they say no, we have to renovate. So we are gonna have a
We
bigger
don't have to
space.
do anything, if the town's gonna vote on it, if they don't wanna do anything, we don't do anything, it's town's money.
Yeah, but where are we gonna put people?
Same way we've been doing it for 100 years.
I mean, we're gonna need more storage then out there, to keep gathering more stuff and has to be put somewhere. So even if we do nothing here, we're gonna have outbuildings, so I don't feel filling that in over there is a waste of money. It could be used for parking, it could be used for storage buildings, so I'm okay with spending that.
I'm not okay with it. We don't own the property and it just is a lot of money and I don't feel the town should be spending money on it until it's final, we own it and the town approves what we're doing. I just don't, too much money for me to make that decision.
If I may, just at the risk of upsetting the apple cart, so. You could go to a special town meeting to request the bond authorization.
Right.
And then that bond authorization survives, it's not like a normal town meeting warrant article, so the authorization will stay in place for basically in perpetuity until it's canceled by the town. So if you wanted to get verification that the town actually wants the town office, you could put forth the bond article with the understanding essentially that the town won't go to bond based on that article until the fire truck lease is paid off to swap out that debt service, and then that might give you the assurance that you need.
Well, that's just it.
To spend the ARPA funds
Right,
and then-
we're looking at $1.4 million here and
Yeah.
it just, it's little pieces of pie all the time. It adds up after the end of the day. I mean, with this, we're about $100,000 into this and
And then
we
we
do this.
Yeah, and then the other wrinkle with respect to the ARPA funds is, those have been allocated to this project
Right.
already, and the allocation deadline was the end of last year, so
Right.
whether or not you spend those funds on this, you can't really shift them to another project, so it's kind of either, use it or lose it with respect to that.
We
So-
will be mailing it back.
Exactly, so if
It's
it's
a-
if it's not gonna
That
be
was my
spent for that
question, if we
specific
don't spend it,
purpose.
we have to give it back.
Yeah, so if it's not gonna be spent for that specific purpose, it would just flow back to the federal government.
I think it was approved before you were on the board, Jason and Sherry and Mike approved using the money for the new town office. And I had to report that in the portal, that's what that was going for.
Yeah. So that portion at least is kind of dedicated to that project one way or the other.
So I think we have to wait for Mike, cause
Yeah.
obviously, but I'm okay with doing a special town meeting too, so that,
Excuse me, would you like a special town meeting, or would you like it to be on a ballot in November? Since you're already doing a charter question in November, you could have a double question on a ballot.
And November's a very small election, hopefully.
Yeah.
Which means you don't get any numbers either, if they don't show up to vote. in return.
well, then I'll show the town meeting.
Well, if there's one article on it they're interested in, they might show up for it. That's,
Does a special town meeting cost us more money?
Than a regular ballot?
Do you already have to do the regular ballot,
Special
correct?
town meeting would not cost
Okay.
more money than, we gotta have the election in November
Mhm.
anyways. The state how many questions is the state gonna have? 2. We're gonna have 1 with the charter,
right.
so. It's up to you guys. For a special town meeting, you've got to have 25 people show up. That's a minimum.
I think that would draw enough crowd for that, I believe. But if we have a little town meeting and they don't show up, we still put it on the November ballot after that?
Time frame, you're gonna be too close to cut it. Cause you wouldn't sign a warrant for a special town meeting till next meeting. And, yeah, there's 45 days for a ballot ahead, if I remember correctly.
Right, because it has to be available 30 days before the election
And
and,
typically as a town, we have more people show up to a small election than we do to a special hot topic town meeting. I mean, we've had hot topic town meetings where we've literally had the 25.
Right.
If you recall, when we changed the marijuana ordinance, we were calling people to come to town meeting, come to the special
And
meeting.
that was a hot topic. So I would rather see us just put it on,
No.
yeah. And I agree, this is gonna be a hot topic, but it's only gonna be a hot topic after we vote on it, and then people are gonna come out of the woodwork and be upset, but if they're not gonna come to our meetings and voice these concerns, we can't hear them.
Right.
And that's what we need from them, good, bad, or indifferent. This is their town, we spend their money, they need to advise us.
Who, okay, I don't know, I'm good. We'll oversee the ballot and all that, and if we gotta sign the warrant.
That'll be on your next meeting, and I can bring back this backfill at that point
Right.
also,
Okay,
okay?
yep. Table.
So no action on it right now.
Alright, consider a new road name, pick your own way. I'm in favor.
Yeah, it's just a approval, your E911 addressing officer checked all the surrounding towns for emergency, and nothing matches it, so as long as you're okay with it, you can approve the name.
I make a motion to approve the pick your own lane, pick your own way road name.
I'll second. Any discussion?
What was the old name of the road?
It's Tim's RV down there,
Oh, Tim's RVs? Oh, okay.
it helps out back, right?
Yeah.
Okay, all those in favor? Cast ballot for the MMA annual election.
This is the technical stuff we do every August. It is for the executive board for Maine Municipal that will serve, making all the extra decisions at Maine Municipal regarding municipalities. This is the one actually where I was president, so. These names are all well-known names, so if you're okay with, casting the ballot as presented and having me sign, then, you'll be good to go.
And we've done that in the past.
Yes,
I'm okay with that.
just make a motion for that.
I'll make a motion that we allow town manager to sign the ballot as presented.
I second.
All those in favor?
Thank you.
To discuss time cards for fire department.
I did invite the fire department, I don't see anybody here.
Henry,
What's that?
Henry's here.
Oh, Henry's here. I did invite the chief and assistant chief. Before you, I have a proposed time card. Currently, what ends up happening is I get a list from them every quarter that says a name, how many hours were for training and how many hours were for calls. I have no idea what they were doing in those time frames. So my proposal in front of this board is to have each firefighter complete a timesheet. It gets turned in once a month, so their payroll gets done once a month. If we have Department of Labor come back and check our time cards, I'm not even sure what they're doing over there. They're just writing it on a board or what. This time card would also require the firefighter to sign that this is what they did, the chief to sign, and the town manager to sign. And it gets put in the payroll file, so.
Public comment?
What are your thoughts first?
I think it's well more organized, you said it just
The front office
puts it on there.
all does a time card.
Right. I'll love those. I make a motion to pass the time card for fire department.
We have to have public comment. Did anybody have public comment? Anybody's thoughts? No? Yes? No? Alright, then I second your motion, and all those in favor?
Thank you.
You're welcome. So is this the card that they'll be
Yes, yeah,
presenting?
and they can just keep it in their vehicle or whatever when they're,
Okay.
they'll hand it to the chief, and then the chief will turn it into the first week of each month, and they'll get paid.
Is there a max number of hours?
Well, they only have a certain amount of payroll, so, which is gonna be overdrawn this year because obviously they've had more calls and, sorry, last fiscal year's gonna be overdrawn because they sent, not this year, calendar year I'm talking about, but the fiscal year because they sent to the firefighters school. So. It's kinda one of those unknowns that you just kinda hope you got the best number down because they could have 3 calls a week and, so.
Review, approve, and sign ambulance agreement with the city of Gardner. No presentation?
Right.
No presentation. No, this is your annual thing to do with them. You will recall you spanned out the
Right.
uncollectibles for 8 years. So, the bill has been paid, but they always like to have this signed every year. Basically, their agreements is technicality stuff again.
I'll make a motion that we, approve and sign the agreement with the city of Gardner.
My second.
All those in favor?
Thank you.
Alright, carryover funds from KV cog fiscal year 24. $5,213.24, and fiscal year 25, $3,851.11.
So, it was totally my fault, I didn't ask this board last year to carry over fiscal year 24's leftover money from the comp plan of $5,000, or I couldn't find it, at least in the minutes where I asked you. So they had a balance for fiscal year 25 of $3,800 and change. Because of the delay in approving the comp plan, we now will need a little bit of funds for this year, so if we carry those forward, we'll have $1,100 and change for the rest of their work to finish, which, fingers crossed, will be done in September-ish timeframe. So, just, it needs to have your approval. If you will recall at town meeting, the voters asked for me to report how much are carrying over for a certain, for me to report how much you guys are carrying over each year, so, just need your approval.
I will make approval that we carry over, KV cog funds for fiscal year 24 and 25.
My second.
All those in favor?
Thank you.
9, sign quitclaim deeds for Rebecca St. Pierre, map 16, lot 202, 629.
And you also need to add,
And then, Robert Lewis, I don't have his,
map and lot, I don't have it.
278 Togus Road, and John Hibbard, 13 South Donville Road.
You will recall Mr. Lewis, St. Pierre, and John Hibbard were all in tax foreclosure. Rebecca paid right after your meeting last month. Yesterday, we received a certified check from Robert Lewis and also from Alex Hibbard, who lives in John's property, a certified bank check. So,
I'll make a motion that we, sign the quitclaim deeds to Rebecca St. Pierre, Robert Lewis, and John Hibbard.
Second.
All those in favor? Okay, and then number 10, Victor.
talk about
Yeah, I've been working with Victor probably, been over a year, cleaning the yard up, been a legal junkyard over there. I did have an illegal automobile graveyard. He did get rid of one vehicle, so that's off the chart. He has made a lot of progress, and went over there today, asking if he would sign a consent agreement with the town. He'd have this place cleaned up to my satisfaction by December 1st, and he said that he would. So I asked the town attorney to prepare that consent agreement, which is available to you to read.
underneath there, yep, there you go.
We have another copy of it, so Victor can read it, or?
Yeah, I can go get a copy of it, yeah.
I can provide a brief overview of the terms if
Sure.
that would be helpful. So essentially, it does what Greg stated, which is it gives Mr. Lawrence until December 1st, 2025 to basically remedy the violations on the property, the junk and the automobile graveyard violations primarily, as well as some problems with storage of solid waste and things like that on the property. He admits to the violations, and if he doesn't comply by December 1st, basically it gives the town the ability to take it to court to get a judgment of fines and penalties for the violations that were previously identified in notices of violation that were sent to Mr. Lawrence. And he waives his ability to contest that process. So the town would really be going in, getting a judgment of fines, fees, and,
These are today's photos.
abatement orders.
That's Victor.
What solid waste?
It's the garbage on the property.
Garbage.
Yeah, it's just,
The what?
Old junk stuff,
Yes.
lawnmowers, stuff like that.
it's like the unbagged garbage and trash on the
The
property.
lawnmowers and all that are gone.
We had that trailer full of.
Sam already hauled them off.
But you got that trailer full of bicycle parts and junk out there in the field.
What was the time frame last time? Remember?
I don't remember.
Time frame from the notice of violation or.
Why, this isn't our first time having it,
Yeah,
and,
We had a septic issue, that's what started this whole.
Right, and I took care of that.
Yeah, come on, we'll fix that. Then there was problems with the inside of the mobile home, which they're working on. But it's still a bunch of barrels up back, just
so this is just for the outside.
outside.
I mean, he's made an effort.
He has made an effort, but I feel this time that, you know, we're gonna have something right, so December, we're not planning this thing again.
Yeah.
We've had, it's been, what, 2 years, Victor? Roughly.
Year and a half probably.
Right. You need a motion, right?
Yeah, I think the motion that we'd be asking for would be to authorize the town manager to sign a consent agreement or to negotiate and sign a consent agreement with, Mr. Lawrence to resolve the violations by December 1st, 2025.
That's my
And that
motion.
way, if he has concerns about any of the terms of the consent agreement, we have a little leeway to modify them so that we can reach something that's agreeable to the town. and Mr. Lawrence.
Alright, that's my motion.
Second.
Any discussion?
Victor, you good with that?
Yep.
I love that.
Is there anybody to notarize the signature on there?
No, but I can have him sign. You wanna sign it right now, Victor?
Yep.
Alright.
I can technically get it on as an
Yeah, attorney can notarize it.
That's giving us till November first, right?
There was no notice.
December 1st.
That's what I said, December first. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, I gave him a copy of this. You got a pen?
Yes, sir.
No.
I do it every day.
Gentleman, a scholar.
I'll give you a copy of it. Oh, you want a copy of it signed? Or you can keep that one. Okay.
13.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Can you have him repeat that motion?
You need a copy of this.
Yes, please. Kim, can you do me a favor and repeat what you said for our motion?
To authorize the town manager to negotiate and enter into consent agreement with
Negotiate.
Mr. Lawrence to resolve violations on his property by December 1st, 2025.
Perfect. I'll just write it down.
Almost.
Now, see, if we had central air in a new building, everyone would go to here.
Dated December
$8,000
first.
a head.
And no rebates.
Did they vote?
All gone bye-bye.
She voted for it, he seconded it, and now we're discussing it.
Victor, I appreciate you coming in.
Yep.
Yeah.
You can see taken care of, and I'll stop
Yep.
by periodically to check on that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. So old business, number one, discuss tax foreclosed properties, so Robert Lewis is not on there. So it'd be Wander Lewis Estate, 13 Truman Drive.
Yes,
So that's it.
just as a side note, I didn't put the other Togus Road
That's it.
on it
Right.
yet,
That's it, you're good,
because he had
okay.
told the select board member Bouchard that he was gonna pay it off in first of September, and he's made two $200 payments. So, if he doesn't pay it off, we'll come back to that, but yes, you're correct, the only one left is Wanda Lewis Estate at 13 Truman Drive. This would be this board motioning to move forward with listing that, and I'll work with Attorney Brenton to make sure we're all set as far as getting everything. I'm going to assume that the motion needs to be to work with the real estate agent to sell it at a price that he feels is worthy of the market. And then do I come back to them in executive session with an offer?
This is for tax foreclosed property.
Yes,
Yeah, trying to go up.
dig deep.
I would just say the motion should be to, authorize the town manager to sell the property, whatever property it is, in accordance with, 36 MRSA 943C, at a price that is at least equal to the amount of taxes, interest, and costs to the town.
You said that before.
I have said that.
Start on Google.
I thought it had to be listed at what the realtor feels it should
thought it
be.
was-
Selling in accordance with 943C
Okay.
means you're gonna use a broker, you
Okay.
can identify
Okay.
one, and then list the property and accept the highest offer
Okay.
at a reasonable value within 12 months. So yes,
Got that?
so sell the property, authorize the town manager to sell the property in accordance with 36 MRSA 943C at a price at least equal to the town's taxes, interests, and costs.
That is my motion.
I'm gonna second that.
I'm so glad you're here.
I'll take your word on
Do
it.
my best.
But I do have one question, so what happens if the realtor looks at one of our properties and says, I can't sell this?
So if you try, make 3 good faith attempts to go out and identify a realtor to sell the property and they all say no thanks, then the town can sell the property through the old process, basically through a tax auction. And then the excess proceeds get distributed that way.
Alright,
Throw
I was just curious, 'cause
Yeah. I'd like to address the board on one more matter before we forget it.
Hold on, is it regards to this? 13 Truman Drive? Okay, then you guys gotta finish your vote.
okay,
I'll second it.
all those in favor,
Thank you.
don't try to mess me up.
It's really fun to sell that property, that's all.
Lead me astray.
Greg, don't forget,
Greg, what do you got?
Fred York. I think he was on the agenda. He wasn't.
He said he was gonna be here, but he didn't show up.
He was supposed to show up. Make a long story short, tried to get him to sign the consent agreement. He wouldn't do it. So I'm done with him too. We've been playing around with him since I've been here.
That's the spirit.
So the town does have a pending, enforcement action against him in district court. It's been delayed because he was briefly incarcerated. But we have presented him with a proposed consent judgment to just resolve it. And that is what we were trying to get him to sign, but it has not happened yet, so. I think at this point, I mean, he can either sign it to resolve the litigation and clean up the property, or we can just continue pursuing the matter in court. So the board can
Is there
either,
a court date now? Probably not.
there's not a subsequent hearing date right now.
But he's refusing to sign.
He wants it modified.
So you
What
can,
modification?
There was something about the automobiles, which you think it was the ordinance.
yeah,
that
so
was
the
mentioned.
consent agreement that's drafted, one of the violations is of the town's, automobile graveyard and junkyard
Ordinance.
ordinance.
Yeah.
It's got a long title and it's like a slash. So my impression of what happened was that he saw automobile graveyard and assumed that we were claiming there was some violation of an automobile graveyard statute or ordinance, but since it's a combined ordinance, we were really talking about junkyards, not automobile graveyards, and
Right.
there was some confusion there, which made him reluctant to sign the.
It's not a graveyard now. it's
And,
moved the
and
vehicle
then he
out.
wanted till the end of the year, not September
Yeah.
30th. I believe he's selling it,
Or attempting to.
or,
This again is another situation we've been in for,
Since I've
in my
been here.
opinion, way too long, and more than lenient enough, and in and out of jail and whatnot, it's on our doings. And now he's supposed to be here tonight, do the show, and wanna sign that, didn't sign it, so. I don't know why we're gonna give him any more chance, September 30th is fine with me.
is that the date that we originally?
I would make a
had?
motion, give me a week to talk to him again, and if he does not sign the consent agreement provided by the town attorney, do we move forward with court action? That's what I recommend.
So,
Yeah, if you wanna wait to figure it out, if not, then you guys can move forward.
Yeah.
Well, you need to.
I just don't wanna wait for another meeting to
No,
get
I
that
get it.
authorization to
No.
go to court.
Wasting time, I get it.
You know, give me a week to work with him, and if he doesn't sign the agreement, I'll clean the property up entirely,
Right,
then it's turned over to the town attorney and taken to court.
sounds good to me.
Is that an okay motion?
I think the motion would just be to, authorize me as the town attorney to negotiate a consent agreement or a consent judgment to resolve the litigation. Prior to September 30th, and to otherwise move forward with the pending enforcement action.
Did you get that, Dot?
That's my motion.
Didn't know you were gonna have such complicated things here, did you?
This is my
All
jam.
those,
Right, no, we don't.
all those in favor? Perfect. Legal, none.
You skip.
Oh, discussion on Nelson Road, continuation of paving, 3,000 and 12,000.
So the last meeting, you asked me to find out the price of continuing the paving on Nelson Road. We had stopped where it had previously ended before. The landowners abutting part of Nelson Road will let the family $3,000 to continue it down because the bus turns around in their driveway. So they did out of pocket. The neighbor at the end, I assume it's probably you that called me? Yeah, okay. He had called expressing his concern about not going all the way to the end. So we asked Willette how much it was for a 26 by 40 turnaround, 20 feet wide would be $12,000, and then in good ethics, I would have to refund the neighbors that contributed the 3,000 for it, so it'd be another 15,000 to pay to the end.
Your thoughts?
Well, I know that back in the day, there was no more houses down there and the road stopped, and the fact that we had the road grade staked all the way to the end and didn't finish it is, I don't know whose error it is, but it's, I think we just need to own it, finish it, considering we paid $12,000 in change to pave into Randolph this year. So that $12,000 in Randolph could have went to Nelson Road, finish it in our own town. The fact that the landlord had to come together with some money to get it done to their section is, in my opinion, not great for the town. And the fact that now we have to pay somebody to go out there and grade it at 200 feet or whatever it is every year is also foolish. And the spring school bus mud hole, which is always a Nelson Road issue, and not finishing it is not great. And also, it's $12,000, gonna have to go to bid anyway.
The procurement policy, I believe, allows you guys to award that, to do extenuating circumstances. I would probably just call Willette again, he started that job, we could go back and finish it. And that's who gave me the price, so.
I feel it's the right thing to do. They pay their taxes in town. I know we've never done it before, but we're gonna have problems on that road if we don't. So, I say we just do it.
Develop the school bus turnaround more than once down there, sand, salt, in the morning, they get stuck,
if it's paved, it's gonna make life easier for them too.
And just agree that little section is just foolish.
Yeah,
It's $500, it's just haul it over, it's a waste of time.
Dot,
I have a question.
Sure.
Is that gonna be done this year, or is it gonna be done next year when they go back to do the top coat?
great question.
It would depend on if we'll let him fit it in this year. I know he is still paving. If I can get on his schedule, I'm sure he would grab it and go, but I can't
I'm
guarantee.
sure you can get it done.
Christina, are you sure it isn't already on his schedule?
It's not on his schedule, no.
You're sure?
I am positive.
Okay.
We will be back next year to do the top coat out there. And that's what she was asking, if we can
I
do
know.
both, but
No, I'm talking about finishing the road. You sure that's not on his schedule?
down to you?
Yeah,
No, because I have not had a contract with him signed. No,
really?
I just got a price from him is what I got.
Okay. Thank you.
So I'll make a motion to continue the paving on the Nelson Road to the end, 27 by 40 turnaround and 20 feet wide. And also reimburse the landowners that have paid the $3,000 to get where we are now.
In the amount of 1,500,
$3,000.
right, but 15,
15,000.
altogether.
Total, yeah,
Okay.
15,000.
I'll second that. All those in favor?
I'll let you know what I hear from him, okay, when he's got it on his schedule,
Yes, dear.
okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Right.
We'll work here.
Town manager
Thanks a lot.
report.
I didn't get to hear Jerry Paul.
Town manager.
That's not much time. Yeah.
See you, Jerry.
Everybody's bothering you. Okay, so we did get our $1,000 grant for the Maine town and city managers. There were 5 towns that applied. Chelsea and Farmington received $1,000 each. You did get a copy of the road history report from our intern. The last 2 days I had her working on inconsistencies with the ordinances, and I haven't had a chance to look at what she got completed on that in 2 days. I did meet with a DOT bridge ranger about Wellman Road. As you know, it's now been posted by the state. He said that his opinion is to put up concrete barriers, have a turnaround on each end and shut it down. The cost to replace that culvert is not worth fixing it for the amount of traffic. So I'll work on that this fall. I think the category of the bridge had increased substantially in just a couple of years, so we'll work on that. And then, as you know, things are moving forward with the charter. We'll have that in the November ballot, working with him too. Mowing for the roads started yesterday. I haven't heard that he's completed it yet. We did receive a workers' comp dividend in the amount of $1,266 from our premiums. I think that's probably all I've got. I think that's all I got right now.
Yeah. So town office report, I see Sanders is in here.
Correct.
Okay.
Oh, can I just add that, I have workers' comp, something on here, workers' comp. I can't read my writing. I did send thank yous to all the volunteers, companies / that helped on Saturday. Oh, I guess that workers' comp is what I told you. And I think, sorry, I meant to tell you that.
That's okay.
Two things.
All right, code enforcement officer report.
I don't have it done, I've been so busy, I ain't had time to do it, but I've been busy,
It's okay.
very busy.
All right, and then, well, it's animal control. Yes, did I see one in here covered? No,
I don't know.
no, I
No,
did not see
probably
one. Fire chief report? No. RC board?
I had those, Howie's report that I gave. Yeah.
I did.
We added it to it.
We were gonna start adding in the superintendent's report to the monthly. And
Oh, yes, it's
thought
right
I-
here.
Okay, good.
Yeah, they did, they took care of me.
I was gonna say, I
Read it,
remember at the
it's right
meeting
here.
last week, I said we were gonna start putting it in the
Wow.
board
I go,
packet.
Rick did get something, I go, I don't know, Rick is here, so maybe.
Well, this is really professional, good job, thanks. Alright,
Sandra's on top of it.
perfect.
But you still have we have a board member here from the school board, so. No,
Fletcher,
Fletcher.
any good gossip? Details,
No,
thoughts?
You guys having any good meals lately?
no.
Actually, the meal at the school,
Mike does a really good job.
he does a really good job.
He is an excellent nutrition director, because he
Yeah.
feeds us really, really well.
I didn't try the tofu, but
He always has a good spread of like food for everybody.
Are we gonna make this one a dangerous building now?
Greg, that's a figment of your imagination.
Yeah, I don't see that anywhere.
the ribs were excellent.
Rick's gonna write us up.
Alright, verbal communication, board and committees.
Okay. We're estimating we had about 175 people attend Saturday. We had 46 people sign up for the free raffle, and then you had some vendors and other support staff that was there. Everyone that attended enjoyed themselves. They're looking forward, hoping we do it again. I won't in 25 years be around, but we raised $852.34 in the road toll fundraiser.
That's amazing.
Volunteer from Farmer Church stood out there in the road for 4 hours, and that money was given to the school food pantry, and that was brought over yesterday. We raised $244 in the dunk tank.
200 was me.
you should have seen the line Steffi had.
Oh,
Okay.
I took a picture of it. It was long.
I remember my dump truck, that thing sucked.
So, we've put everything back the way we found it, cleared all and seeded and hayed the area where the chicken barbecue was. And Christine reached out then to the superintendent and the principal to let them know that if it doesn't take, to reach back out and we'll take care of it. We're going to be moving forward with some fundraisers, the Christmas raffle and the second annual Battle of the Bands, to raise money for future community events. I think I've spoken with you guys, but I'm gonna mention it. The Christmas dinner, tree lighting. Would you like to check with the school to see if we have use of the cafeteria and put on a ham dinner and do it in conjunction with the, craft fair that the PTA does?
Absolutely.
And then during the day, we could continue what we started last year also with that Christmas social with activities with the kids on this side and then end with the tree lighting and Santa.
I think that was the best way to do it.
Okay. So the Saturday after Thanksgiving works for you guys?
Would we be cooking ham on-site, off-site?
Not sure yet.
Okay.
We'll talk with Mr.
What is
Flynn.
smoker?
Depends if we have serve safe certified
Yes.
people.
I want that noted. in the
Right.
minutes.
We have to have serve safe,
Certified
Which-
people.
which we knew, but
I might have does it have to be, they just have to hold that certificate? Do they have to be employed by the district?
They just have to be serve safe certified.
Okay, well, I have somebody in my back pocket that will. she's
we have
kind
quite
of
we have quite a few that
That would
hold
volunteer.
that. Yes.
Okay.
So, but
Well,
if
if you had a
possible,
problem.
Mr. Flynn in the past has volunteered his time. If he does again, then that's great. And we have people with a certificate to help. But if not, we have people on standby too.
Okay.
But we thought a nice baked ham dinner would be
I think our tree lighting's growing every year.
Yep.
So,
Henry doesn't do the lights.
As long as it gets decorated correctly this year.
And the
I'm
tree
not
stays
there.
out.
I'll send actually details.
What happened last year? Didn't the light,
The
Well, I
lights
have-
came off,
Yes.
well, we sent,
the tree stayed up.
well, that's, that, I don't know who sent those two to do that job, but.
Fire and police.
And it was not
Do
me.
me a favor.
I cannot take the blame for that.
Some of the feedback, cause where I was for the, cotton candy station was kind of the path that a lot of people took. So I asked them, I was like, oh, did you have a good time? What did you like? What would you like to see? You know, if we did this again, it was like more kid-friendly activities. Then I don't know if you were aware, but the kids had to have their face painting removed in order to go in the,
And it was listed on the signs at the bounce houses, and we told the face painters to ask the children if they were done bouncing before they got their face painted.
I think the kids missed that memo. Or things, but yeah, so it was just more things for kids to do, a better craft section, if we're gonna really try to amp that up. But yeah, people had fun. People liked having the bands, people liked having, that big tent was a huge hit, people could sit underneath that.
And that awesome stage.
And yes, the stage was really good. So even when you leave us, you still have to like get the stage for us.
Call it if we can.
Yep.
Jared, Augusta loaned us the stage.
That's good.
It was a fun day. It was a long day. It was a long day, and
Yeah.
I wanna go on record thanking every volunteer, our staff, everyone that spent that whole day with us. We were all tired, and
The shower felt really good.
yeah.
The cotton candy helped the day go by.
Yes, it did, didn't it? A lot of repeat customers for that cotton candy. And the purple color was a big hit
That was good.
by accident.
It all tastes the same.
Did it?
Alright, so that's about it. So
Did she
I'll make a motion
to get purple?
to adjourn.
The colors,
Yes.
All those in favor?
Got lots for you to sign.